What are we doing? So we appreciate you being back. Hopefully you had a good vacation, bud.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you guys ready?
Yep.
All right. In three, two, one. What's going on, everybody? It is Thursday, April 7th, and you have found the Pinwheels and Ivy podcast. I am your host, Matt Zwaski, aka Southside Zoe, aka Father Zoe. And with me, as always, back from his vacation, Mr. Aldo Soto.
Guys, it can't be any better. Opening day, and boy, do I have a juicy prop bet that you were going to love, Zoe.
Got my gambling apps open, ready to listen, bud. And the third member of our crew is, if you're watching, he's currently on the run from the FBI. Happy birthday, Mr. K Fitz. What's up, buddy?
I'm on spring break mode and I'm starting to sing like Cher. I don't know what happened. I went to show tune style, but yeah, it's on spring break now. No, Yumper, I am not DB Cooper, but I would like 2 parachutes and a bag of cash. Let's
I
rock.
said DB Cooper too. It's Fizz's birthday today if you're listening to this on Thursday. So if you see him on Twitter, make sure you wish the man a big happy 16th birthday. We're so proud of our little guy. He can finally drive now.
Oh, we do the driver's test on Friday.
He's totally going to fail, especially if he keeps drinking that glass like he is.
Like a parallel parking.
We have a big show for you tonight. This is kind of now, I think we can call this an annual thing now because we've done it more than once. We're doing our Pinwheels and Ivy fantasy draft as we do the show. It's a thing we've been doing every year. It's a lot more interactive. It's fun. I like it because it puts pressure on the people in the league because if they screw up, they know that we're going to make fun of their picks and they can't really talk because we have the mics and they don't. That's a great advantage. But while that's going on for you, the listeners, trust me, you're not going to sit here and listen to a couple guys do their fantasy baseball draft. We're going to be doing our full 2022 MLB season preview. Like Aldo said, it's one of the best nights of the year. It is baseball eve, everybody. As we record this on Wednesday night, as this goes live on Thursday, it is opening day. Everyone's team is undefeated, at least for now. Optimism is flowing. Everyone's feeling really good about their squadron. So, with all that being said, let's tap this keg. As always, this show is brought to you by the Chicago Golf Tour. Find them at shygolftour.com. Amateur golf for the common man, built around the schedule flexibility. You should go and join the CGT community at shygolftour.com. What it is if you are just any level of golfer in the Chicagoland area and you're looking to get involved in, a little bit more competitive play, they give you a bunch of different courses. They have 12 events per year. You get the course. You get 2 weeks to go play the course. The only thing is you have to play it with someone else that's part of the tour, so you guys can attest the scores. No cheating like Fids. And but yeah, they have 12 events, 6 regular events, 4 majors, a playoff, and a championship. It's a great way to get out there and experience some of the fantastic golf courses we have in the Chicago and Chicagoland area. And you become part of a community. They got a great website. You get access to a leaderboard, community, like what do you call those things? Posting, like chat rooms and stuff like that. Message board, that's the word I was looking for. So you can talk with people, play with different people. It's a great way to meet different golfers in the area. It's Chicago Golf Tour, shygolftour.com. Make sure you use promo code SM25 when you sign up to get $25 off your initial sign up fee. Again, that's shygolftour.com. The weather's getting nice. Break out the sticks, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to start swinging them. shygolftour.com. Whew, I got to catch my breath after that.
Really good one. That was you're getting better at it too. You're getting more.
I thought that one was pretty good.
Well read.
Yeah, deserves a golf clap.
Yeah, golf clap that one for sure. Yeah. So I got to say this is one of my favorite times of the year. Like it's opening day, and like I said in the intro, man, like everybody bitches during the off season because your team didn't make the move you want them to make. Guys get hurt, which sucks. There's a lot of pessimism and stuff like that, but still in the back of your head, hey Herb, hey Yumper, hey Luke, hey Alex, there you go, I got everybody. You have that going in the back of your head, like, could this be the year? Could this be the year? And this is a rarity
Some of us.
for me as a Sox fan, that there is a possibility that could be true this year. This could be the year. for Cubs fans, you guys are going into the season, I'm guessing, with a wee bit of a different goals, and we're going to kind of get into what we think would be a successful season for our collective teams. So that's basically what we're going to do today. We're going to go over what we think the season's going to look like. We're going to do some prop bets. Aldo said he's got a guaranteed moneymaker. So if you don't make money on it, you get to punch Aldo one time. I'm drinking expensive bourbon tonight because we're doing the draft. It's so smooth.
By the way, this live draft guaranteed not to be a disaster. It's gonna run
Guaranteed.
so smooth.
Guaranteed, super smooth every year, no hiccups.
Because
When we're a member of America
hold
First
on.
Credit
All right,
Sorry about
also
that.
hot start.
vote matters. And that's whichever one is
Apparently,
get us with the pop-up ads. Son of a
Yahoo
bitch.
plays pop-up ads right before drafts.
That means we have 2 minutes to 3 minutes to go, really.
Well, I'm going to be a little bit more long-winded with this because I think I have a little bit bigger of an answer. So let's just get right out of the gate.
Like when you start with, I think I have a little bit bigger of and then you just.
No. Let's just go right out of the gate here. I'll start with you, Aldo. In your mind, what's a successful season for the Chicago Cubs this year? Well, let's rephrase that. What's your mindset going into this season as a Cubs fan?
So obviously, post lockout, you wait for the other moves that were going to happen because obviously they had to make more moves. They did, and then you go through the injuries. Obviously, there's a couple big ones to the pitching staff that kind of really screwed things up. The Alzolay and Cody Hoyer, those were two guys that, different roles were supposed to be important pieces to your pitching staff. They're out. They make some other signings. They obviously make the big Suzuki signing coupled with Stroman signing early in the offseason, but there was never that second bigger offensive piece that they desperately need. We can all see the projections. We're not dumb. There's so much information available to fans nowadays that we know what's up. We know what the team is. So I don't know how you feel, Kevin, but my heading into season expectations, if things, can go right, if a lot of things hit, last year we saw the Schwindels go crazy for 6 weeks, Wisdom with the 28 home runs and the great defense, but, a giant strikeout number for him now. You had guys like Ortega come out of nowhere. Do I think all that is going to happen again? No, but there's other guys that, give you some hope, like a Clint Frazier. It's is he actually healthy this year? And if he is,
he does well.
He could be a big surprise. Yeah, a lot of people love that guy. Good story. You read up on Clint Frazier. Good dude. Seems like a good dude. A few times he's been interviewed on TV. Seems likable guy. So that's always good. Always want to cheer for guys that seem likable.
I'm a fan because he always rocks Jordans. And
I just hope it's not Jock 2.0 because Jock also would rock the nice Jays, but then we saw what happened last year. But as far as the overall expectation for the Cubs, obviously I'm not happy because I don't like the direction that they went the offseason of, they could have spent more. They should have spent more. There's never an excuse not to spend more, especially as Kevin has pointed out numerous times. They are the most expensive ticket in baseball, most expensive experience for you as a fan to go. Team-wise, I bet on them to win more than 74.5 games.
Okay.
But honestly, I think at best case scenario, they're like a 500 team.
So what?
They're
That
500 team, 81 and 81.
33rd in the division, fourth in the division.
Third in the division, maybe hanging around that third wild card. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously not what you want to hear. When you are the Chicago Cubs, you are in the third largest market, and you're getting outpaced right now by the Brewers and Cardinals, and there's a significant gap there, at least to start. Because that's the thing, there is a lot of variance, but I always like to view it season for season, decrease the variance. You want the most guaranteed stuff. The Cubs have a lot of guys can either be good or be bad, and
Although, real quick, you're up. Draft somebody real quick.
Jeez.
Also, for some weird reason, Trey Turner went first in this league.
Well, he was first last year too, I think.
Really?
He's automatically the first.
I mean, he does it all. He does it all. I guess he definitely does it all. But Jose Ramirez, Blue Jays are hot right now, flying off the board. Juan
Yeah,
Soto
I got
falls all the
Vlad
way
with
to
my
fifth.
first pick here in that second overall pick. I think I'll
Yep.
be.
Honestly, guys, I panicked. I saw
I know,
J-Ram, and
I
I'm
know
like,
you did.
draft.
I saw how quickly you hit that button, so I was like, oh, there he goes. But go ahead, finish your thought, Aldo. I just
Yeah,
didn't
just
want
like
to.
there's just so much variance, just like guy like how like but that's the thing, there's also like as crappy as it was, like the offseason of like, oh, are they going to go after these guys, and they ended up just, they did get Suzuki. That's exciting, and it's going to be exciting to see him, for a full year. But there's other guys too, like Magical. That was the one thing that sucked about last year with that trade, with the Nick Magical trade. It's like, all right, you have this huge blockbuster trade, and you're getting a guy back who you have under control for like 5 or more years.
Yep.
Like Cubs fans, we didn't get to experience like the good and the bad for Nick Magical or whatever. Like whatever he is going to be, we didn't get any of it because he had the injury, so he was out for the rest of the year. And like, so this is really going to be our first chance to see the full Magical. Can he get back on track? With like the minor stuff, like
Noted
defense,
power
the
hitter.
mental errors. Now, yeah, my pick for the Cubs DH, Nick Magical, slugger. Hopefully. I guess we can talk about it a little later when we go through the roster stuff, but they signed Andrew Simmons, but he has an injury. So that kind of opens the door for Nico Horner right away to start every day at shortstop, which should happen anyway. But this makes it better for him anyway. Because as Cubs fans, you should want to see that, because we know what Andrew Simmons is. We don't know yet exactly what Nico Horner is for full years. Like those two guys, they've played like less than 100 games, I think.
Yep.
Each of them in a season. So, but so many things. But at the same time, it's like, you start the season being like, I want to be excited, but damn it, they could have done more.
I think that's fair. I think that's very fair.
Yeah.
So, Fids, Cubs.
Well, I was actually joking with Yumper today because Aldo, you already mess with people pretty good when you're, you lay on some pretty good sarcasm already. But Yumper and I were joking today because we're going into the season. There are no, we don't have a preconceived expectation. We're not trying to convince ourselves that this Cubs team is going to be a contender. We're not trying to convince ourselves that this team is trying to win. I mean, the players will obviously try and win, but we're not operating under the Dunning-Kruger cognitive dissonance of the thinking that this is, we know what we're talking about and this is all going to work out and the Cubs are going to somehow magically overshoot their pay grade by 1,000%. So we're kind of joking that this season we're going to be those two dudes in the Muppets that are in the balcony all season, making jokes. Because the best way to get through kind of pain is to joke about it a little bit. Now we're not going to get mean with it, but I can tell you I don't really have a lot of expectations. I'm excited to watch Seiya Suzuki play. I'm obviously, how I feel about Nico Horner. Like the fact that Aldo said that it's even a question mark whether Nico should be a starter tells me that David Ross is a jackass sometimes with his lineups, because he's going to start Jason Hayward, but he's going to kind of struggle with throwing Nico anywhere in the top 4 or 5 in the lineup, which Nico should be hitting 2 all year long, in my opinion. So he'll probably end up starting and hitting at 9, unfortunately. But, again, I'm curious to see 162 if possible from Nico, from Nick Magical. I know that, it was kind of funny the other day in the Sox-Cub game. Eloy hits a jack, and all the Sox fans are like, "Thank you, Cubs!" And the Cub fans are like, "This game doesn't matter." And then, like a few innings later, Nick Magical hits a home run, and the Cubs are like, "Thank you, White Sox fans!" And White Sox fans like, "It's spring training game; it doesn't matter." So it's kind of funny watching people just kind of flip around. But the polarizing part of Nick Magical is still going to show up. Cubs fans are going to get. Upset about certain. I mean, again, the non-flashy guys, it's going to be a change. You're not going to see a lot of. You're going to see some guys that are fun, but we're not going to see the Javi stuff anymore. Like you're going to see that mostly from Wilson. A lot of the guys that are on this team right now just drop their head and play ball, and I like that. I do like that part about it. I'm going to enjoy watching these guys play because they're you kind of like the underdog, and I feel like the Cubs are actually truly an underdog this year. They're guys that are punching upward, not downward, and they're not picked to do much. And I know that besides Cub fans who are obviously notoriously optimistic almost to a fault, having no expectations and just, being excited to watch some of these guys kind of kick, try and fight their way. Guys that have been doubted their whole career. A lot of these guys have been doubted their whole career. So if this turns into one of those major league seasons where they're peeling off, clothing pieces from, Tom Ricketts, I'm fine with it. I have a severe concern that, if the Cubs are 10, 15 games under 500 by the end of May, which is a real possibility, Wilson will be gone. Kyle Hendricks will be gone. And I think a lot of people will be shocked to find that maybe by the trade deadline, Marcus Stroman might be gone. I've heard a couple more national guys even throw that out there. So, yeah. So yeah, right. That was just, he was answering the question like a pro, just giving the right talk. But the pitching staff is 3 deep with a bunch of question marks. But the third is still not 100% right now. And you got a bullpen that is probably solid. Again, I'm looking forward to seeing Justin Steele extend out and get an opportunity. It's unfortunate that it feels like I'm rooting for the Iowa Cubs this year playing in pro ball in a weird way. And so for me, I am 100% supportive of the dudes that are going to put that jersey on and go out there and fight, because it's not their fault that they didn't get help. It's never been the player's fault that they don't get help on a roster. So, when the season starts, when the season starts, I'm going to do this for you guys.
I love that I can cut you guys off because it's your pick.
There you go.
I mean, Zoe's going to win. Zoe set us up, Kevin. He's like, hey, you guys talk. Let me focus on the draft.
I know.
Let me see who's picking.
I turned off the sounds. He's like, yeah, talk about your feelings. I'm coming back up again, too.
Yeah, like talk about your crabby Cubs and let me focus on this draft.
Remember that time in 3rd grade you felt like shit? Let's talk about that.
Who do I have? What do I even have on my team now? What positions did I already draft? Oh, okay. Oh, sweet. Yeah. I got something.
Chris
I need
Bryant's gone, bud.
I need a first baseman. So, but the non-expectation and the fact that these guys are, the guys are fighters. I like this. It's fun to root for guys like that. I'd rather root for them at AAA, but you know what? They're in the big show. They're going to be fighting. It's going to be frustrating, and I think guys like Jason Hayward, obviously. Veterans that might not be super patient with like rebuilds. This is a rebuild. What it is, it's a rebuild. And Jason Hayward really, to be honest, is stealing money at this point. I wouldn't be sad if he got DFA'd, but the dude has done it to himself in the fact that he blocks every trade possibility. He doesn't refuse to, he doesn't, he's fine taking the money and not performing. Like that's kind of a red flag to me. But on the positive side too, he does give a shit ton of money back to the community. So then I can't fault it for that either. I'm still just salty that he's a grumpy guy and he yelled at KB for swinging green, 3-0 green light and hitting a double off the wall and driving in 3 runs. I'm still pissed about that. But I'm over.
So yeah.
But in the end, it's one of these wait and see what happens. But I'm supporting the guys, and every time the Cubs win, I'm happy. I'm joyful. I'm going to root for them like I always do, but I'm not happy with ownership in the front office. So I can detach myself from the cowards and the liars that come from up top. Even today, they're, in their damn media carriers or, carrying the water again today, trying to make it look like the Cubs really tried to get Carlos Correa. So again, I'm done with those guys. These guys that are on the field though, bust your ass. That's it. Hustle, kick ass. I'm going to be your biggest fan. You dog it. You quit. You act like a baby because things go tough. I'm going to shit all over you. And that's true. And you deserve that. You don't boo effort, or you don't boo performance, you boo effort. And in my case, if they're not giving the effort, that's a different thing. If they're dogging it, slacking off, whatever. But we do have a clubhouse that is gone of guys that actually have openly admitted to giving up and not playing hard. They can go to Detroit. They can leave they're gone. So, if Wilson Contreras can keep his head, I think this team could still win 74 to 76 games. But if they finish 500 or better, I'm going to be the happiest dude ever. I will be super happy if they're 82 plus wins. But honestly, I'm thinking 74, 76, but the shock in me would say 68 would probably be something that they're going to hit too. So not super optimistic, but it's fun to watch dudes that are busting their ass and playing hard. And that's I'm looking forward to watching that. I'm not, at this point, we know the wins and losses aren't going to, they really don't matter to ownership this year. They're going to buy Chelsea if they're trying to. It's fine. At least we know what they are. And that makes it a lot easier than God, Joe Madden, don't let the pressure outweigh the pleasure. And don't let expectations ruin the experience. So, I'll go with this. I'm happy. I'm happy the season's here. We need it.
All right. Before I go down the White Sox path, we have a mini mutiny going in the comment section about the league. Although we might have to make some adjustments to the waiver rules this year.
It's not my fault.
Fitz is running the show.
I was on it every day.
We all agreed though before I go Fitz, we'll do the league again.
Maybe, Alex, if you spent less time looking up people's tweets from 2013 and more time looking at the fantasy team, you would find. By the way, that was a great catch, Alex, when you pulled up some of those Cueto trade proposals from 2019. That was friggin' hilarious. I was dying. Because he had people we Cueto. It was 2019. It was just a little late, a little early, but yeah. Well, maybe we can talk about it. I just literally kept the set. You know who gave us the settings?
Jay.
Cousin Jay. So yeah. I was just going with Cousin Jay.
No, I was fine.
I
with it.
loved him. Yeah.
I was on it every
I don't
day
mind it. I
too.
picked
It was
him.
literally me and Aldo race to see who can get the guys who was pitching that day every morning.
I mean, guys, that was my first time playing fantasy baseball, and I thought this was easy. I was like, wow, look at all these like quality guys just on the waiver wire. This is easy.
And you guys are on Pacific time in Arizona now, right? Because we're on the so you're at my time zone. So Alex, you have 2 hours ahead of Aldo every morning.
Advantage.
Don't you poop first before you go anywhere? Like
That's
can't
where
you
most of my GMing is done.
GMing is done on the toilet. Like the porcelain GMing is actually a fantasy sneak right there. It's a fantasy hack, if you will.
That's how you load up on like 35 starting pitchers for your week, and then that's how you can get a whole bunch of strikeouts. And
it's how you load up. Yeah. You load up when you're loading out. So
no one beat Aldo in the strikeout category all season, head to head.
You gotta get those Ks, man.
He had 1,000 strikeouts each week. I'm pretty sure that's where Rick Hahn does most of his GMing.
I mean, I was just Rick Hahn copied me going after all these pitchers.
Yeah. So hold on, real quick.
Who's No Limit Records? I love that. I'm digging
That's
that.
me, buddy.
That's you?
Nah.
Little mother. You have to get rowdy. I start pulling rank. Oh wait.
Okay, someone already took the batter version of him, so I'm going to take the pitcher version of him. All right. Anywho,
Sox,
White Sox,
World Series champ.
So the White Sox came into this offseason after the whole lockout nonsense. Well, I mean, it was before, but we're starting this AL after lockout with a couple of glaring needs. Right field, second base, arms. And it was a weird sequence of events of what Rick Hahn did to kind of take care of these needs to fill these spots on the team. He went out and got Josh Harrison. I like the move for Josh Harrison. I think it's a veteran presence in the locker room. I think he can hit for average. He could be a good anchor in the ninth spot in the lineup. A really, really good story that I encourage everyone to go check out. It's unlocked, so it's free to everyone. You don't have to have a membership. By Vinny Duber on CHGO about Harrison and Tim Anderson. So after Tim Anderson did his now infamous bat flip against the Royals, the next game they played was against the Detroit Tigers. He said he was still kind of weird about everything, and he didn't know how to really react, and he was reading all the press and everything, and it was just strange to him. He said that Harrison was one of the first guys that came up to him and was like, hey man, you keep being you, basically just saying we got your back, keep doing what you're doing. And Tim said that meant a real lot to him coming from such a veteran guy. So now they're teammates, now they're the middle of the infield for the Sox. And I think that's important. You got to have that chemistry when you're turning two, and to have two very vocal, very, optimistic, guys that'll build you up in that dugout is huge for this team, especially with a lot of the young guys on it. So I don't mind the Josh Harrison move. And then right field just kind of kept going, man. The whole Conforto, would they, won't they, all that stuff. And it was just, it was a weird, high school dating thing. People are like, oh, he's not coming here because he doesn't have the jab. And now all of a sudden he hurt his shoulder playing baseball. And then other people are saying, I got a source that said he hurt it at a bachelor party doing something stupid. And it was just all kinds of bullshit. And it kind of, to me, it really got annoying. I mean, I was hoping they would just sign him for Jordan Laz's sake, just so he can just give Twitter a collective middle finger and we can move on. But they didn't get him.
Jordan's, by the way, if you guys aren't watching this on the video, Jordan's in the chat right now. He's not upset about necessarily the waiver wire. He wants to know because wins and ERAs and batting average are included in our stats. And
yeah, we
those are not analytics.
I agree, Jordan. I agree. I complained all last year.
Look, Jordan, this is a meatball league. All right, this is an eye test league. So we will keep the eye test.
I want some FIP in here. Give me some quality starts.
Or with an F4.
Quality starts is actually a stat you can put into your league.
Can
But
does
it's
it
too late
do
now.
Finish.
WRC plus? I'd have gone with the WRC.
Yeah, give me
plus.
that.
I don't think you can put that in
I think
Yahoo
Yahoo's like,
Fantasy League.
no.
Give me OPS plus. Give me some defensive stats.
But so they ended up not going with
Punting
Conforto.
success rate would be good too.
But what they did do to solve the right field issue is they went ahead and made a trade they traded Craig Kimbrell to the Dodgers, and a lot of people, including myself, not very high on what I thought they would get back for Craig Kimbrell, and it turns out they got AJ Pollock, and
But
yeah, I'm a fan of it. I think, he hasn't really played a lot of right field, but he's just a good outfielder. He's a real outfielder. He's not a first baseman that we're making an outfielder. He very quietly hits 300. You're going to get like 20 home runs out of him.
thanks, Rob. We
So-
I will.
We'll enjoy fourth place actually, Rob.
They predicted fourth place, both of
Yeah,
them.
we'll
So
take
I'm
fourth place, Rob.
I'm
So
pretty sure they'll.
No,
take
I
that.
predicted third
Real.
place.
I will really enjoy third place.
The
Um,
Reds suck. and so do the
17
Pirates.
teams from the National League getting into the playoffs. Cubs are going to be a postseason team again. Bam.
So they went ahead, and so I feel like right field's taken care of with AJ Pollock, and I think Andrew Vaughn will be fine out there. And I really like the thought of Vaughn and Sheets rotating at the DH spot, and then also by going out and signing AJ, you have this thing that White Sox fans, for some reason, not the ones that I really talk to, but the ones I see on Twitter, it gives you options, man. Eloy can DH, and you can put Vaughn in left field. AJ needs a break, put him in right field. And now Jose Abreu needs a break. You got Vaughn and Sheets to play first base. You know what I mean? Like, or Jose wants to DH. Boom, there's a lot more things you could do now because you have a real outfielder that can play all three positions. And that actually leads me to the third thing, though, was the arms. White Sox bullpen is top tier in the league. But injuries seem to follow this team around, like any team, really. But it's just this is the one that I pay closest attention to. Garrett Crochet got TJ, so he's on the shelf. He's gone. And he was pitching really well. But unfortunately, these days, when you see a guy like that with that arm motion throwing that hard, it's not an if, it's a when.
Yeah.
It really is. And
It's like a ticking time bomb. Yeah.
yeah, it sucks. But, they went out and they got Graven, they got Joe Kelly. Some of these guys have really showed up in spring training, this Crick and all these other guys. And, they still got Hendricks, they still got Bummer. The bullpen's top tier. I like our bullpen a lot. The biggest blow on the injury front was, we've talked about it on the show almost ad nauseum, how the White Sox don't have an answer at the fifth starter yet. And Velasquez beef earmuffs is not the answer. Like, he has just been brutal in spring training. He had like 2 good innings. And Dallas Keuchel is absolute cheeks. He is designated cheeks on the border of being #done. Kopech is coming in on a very obvious innings restriction now.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're looking at, okay, so now you're sitting good. You're like, all right, well, we got Giolito, Lynn, and Cease. Okay, we got 3 horses we can go. And then the man, my big uncle.
Wait, who is the second name?
Yeah, I'm getting to it. I know
You
what
don't
I
have
said.
him yet.
I know what I said. I'm going to fix it, though. So then you're thinking to yourself, like, okay, we can kind of ride with that. We'll do some openers and all this other stuff. And then the big homie, Lance Lynn, he hurt his knee, man. I mean,
I missed it. How long is he? What's the minimum that he's going to be out?
He'll be recovered from the injury in mid-May, but then they said it's going to take another.
He has to ramp up.
Yeah, so basically,
June?
I don't think you see him until June.
Oof, yeah.
So he's out 2 months, give or take.
Do you? All right. What? But are you a believer in LASIK Reynaldo Lopez?
I think Raylo looks good to me. He had a great season last year. I think the pressure being taken off him of not being a starter helped him out a little bit. But
Pressure's back out now.
Well, I want to see him go into it and then being like, "Hey, listen, homie, you're going to be an opener." Lance Lynn had surgery right away, I believe. But yeah, I think last year was big for him, not only just to build back his confidence, but basically just like, you can do this, dude. We've said it the whole time, like, you have the goods, you just need to package it together and get going. So those are the things that people are stressing on. What I don't think is talked about enough in White Sox fandom, at least from what I see, is the fact that they still have Luis Robert in center field. They still have Eloy Jimenez in left field. They still have Tim Anderson at shortstop. They still have Jose Abreu at first base. They still have Yamani Grandal at catcher. You know, Yohan Moncada is having a really rough spring, but spring training really doesn't mean shit. And I really feel like Yohan Moncada is definitely one of those guys that spring training doesn't mean shit to him, and he's just kind of half-assing, going through the motions.
I don't even think it's that, because I do remember seeing some at bats. Like, he was seeing some Rockets. He got like robbed a few times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His what do you call it? BABIP.
BABIP, yeah.
BABIP was
Bad drip.
Yeah.
Bad drip.
But
drip. It's a Fitz drip.
I just feel like this White Sox team is so stacked still. You know, people are just.
Oh God, I did it! Oh shit, I drafted him.
Why the fuck would you draft Javi Baez?
Triples. He's gonna get some triples. I'm
trying to buck the. I'm trying to bring good karma by being forgiving.
Does strikeouts work against him?
Nope.
Oh, you put that in as a stat.
Yeah.
So strikeout percentage.
Yeah.
It's not gonna
But yeah, I mean, I'm of the camp that Yohan Moncada is a damn good third baseman. So I was doing that lineup game that I forgot his name. Shit, I feel terrible now. That the dude does on Twitter. It's really fun. You submit your White Sox lineup. He simulates everything, and then he lets people know like how your lineup did. And I tweaked mine. I tweaked mine a little bit just because I didn't want to submit the same one everybody else is doing. It's pretty much what you think it's going to be, but I moved Yohan down a couple spots. I think I got him batting 6th or 7th. I don't know. Anyways, this lineup is fucking good, man. The White Sox are going to be good. Now, the scariest part about this season to me is what other teams have done. The other teams, the Central's not a joke anymore. You know, like, it's definitely gotten way, way better than it was last year. Tigers are going to be good. Twins are going to be good.
But see, I think that's what the Tigers still.
I'm saying they're going to be good. I'm not saying like they're going to go to the World Series or anything.
No,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Even the Tigers, like, do they have enough starting pitching?
They could, but it's going to be one of those Brewer situations that I know you're used to, where if some of these guys hit, they're going to be really fucking good. Like if Casey Mize finally figures out that he's a good fucking pitcher, I mean, that's a bona fide ace right there.
Yeah. This season, just like taking a step back here and looking where the Sox are at and just like what other teams have done, I could see, I don't know if it's going to be the Twins or the Tigers, but out of those two teams, I think one of those teams, I think this year you guys will, I mean, I guess we can get to predictions later, but I think you guys can, win the division. Not obviously, it's not going to be a cakewalk how it was in 2021 because you guys were.
Fitz says a million times over and over again, say it, Fitz, say the line. What happens when good teams play other good teams?
Iron sharpens iron.
There you go.
So, but I feel like you guys are gonna have a very similar, like you guys. I was talking to a friend, I'm like, oh, you guys are fine. Like, you'll win the division by like 5+ games. I think like not easily, but like by 5+ games at the end of the year, you'll clear them by at least 5. But I think it's gonna be a situation like how the Cubs faced in 2017 when they struggled. Especially in the first half, and the Brewers were just on their ass because of that good, just annoying pitching. So, like, man, maybe one of those teams.
That's fair enough. As B-Flow says in the comments, tell the Bulls that, because the Bulls, if you have a winning record, you're going to beat the Bulls right now.
Bulls, sadly, the Bulls are what I thought they were going to be.
Jim, listen, I know that you think that this is witty, but today someone challenged you in the grocery store. You didn't hear the story from Beer Garden.
Read that out for the podcast listeners.
He wrote, you know what else sharpens iron? My dick.
If that's the case, dude, you might want to see a doctor.
Yeah, see a doctor.
Jim today was challenged. Beer Garden Jim was in the grocery store today, and a guy walked up to him, looked him dead in the eye, and then farted, and then walked away. Power move.
That's a challenge.
That's like in the jungle. That's like when they're throwing like dirt on their back.
If this was medieval times, that's equivalent to like taking your glove off and slapping the dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and wafting the smell.
And what did Jim do to this? What was his response?
I would hope he would respond with his own flatulence, but Jim Fart did not. He froze up like Merlin in Top Gun. He had to be
punked in the grocery store. Hate to see it.
And if you push too hard, he might have sharded though too. So I guess it was. Yeah.
So I think the White
strange things happened at the Jewels.
All that being said, I think the White Sox win the AL Central. I think it's not as easy as it was last year.
Like they're still the clear-cut favorite. Like there's no question about that.
Right, and I think they win it. But yeah, if they don't win the Central, like if for some weird reason the White Sox don't make the playoffs, at the very least as a wild card, this season is a huge embarrassing failure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, something like that. I think that has to do with like that. That has to do with like I think if there's like major injuries again, like besides the Lynn and like obviously the Crochet already happened, but you know you're heading into the season that so you're like at least a little more prepared to start. But if you have like another, I'm not going to say any names, but if you have like an injury to like one of your main offensive guys again,
depth isn't our friend.
Yeah, because again, like last year, a lot of things went right when guys were hurt and they got replaced. It's like holy shit. How are these guys just like keeping it up? I don't think you can count on that again if they're like more like those position player injuries rack up during the middle of the year.
True. I also think that this team is going into it with a little bit more of a sense of who they are. You know what I mean? Like these guys know they're good. I don't want to. That sounds weird saying it out loud, but like. These guys have been teammates now for more than a year or a year and a half. Like these guys know each other really well. They know that they're a damn good ball club. They know what the expectations are and they know what they can do. And I feel like that's only going to help this team, especially when there's those stretches where shit gets tough. And I honestly think that stretch is going to be right out of the gate with the pitching situation where it is. And I'm not really looking forward to the immediate panic attack that's going to happen on social media when the White Sox don't start the season like 10-0 or something like that.
Well, remember what happened last year? Was it Los Angeles, right? Against the Angels? Remember all the errors, all like the base running mistakes?
It was bad. It was really bad. But
so you don't want to look at this, by the way. Chicago history, which I think is a fun account most of the time, but apparently per tasting table, lists their top 10 pizzas as Pequod's is one, Vito and Nick's second, but there's not a single mention of Los Angeles.
That no list is shit.
Yep. They got Middle Brow Bungalow.
Where he just tweeted it right now. I guarantee you Vito and Nick is the only pizza place on that list on the south of Madison Street Avenue.
They got it's Pequod's, was it Spaccio Napoli, Vito and Nick's, Marie's Pizza and Liquor, Pauly G's, Peace Brewery and Pizzeria, Middle Brow Bungalow, Bird's Place, Robert's Pizza and Dough Company. That's the one that does like those soup pizzas, right? Where
these are all north side places.
Yeah, and then you got Phil's Pizza.
Phil's is Bridgeport. Phil's is very good.
So I can't believe they left Los Angeles though. It's my turn to draft. Oh shit!
The original Phil's is in Bridgeport, but they got a location in Oak Lawn too. Oh, but I guess they're not associated with each other. Mrs. O's in the background for tonight's broadcast, and she's a big fan of Phil's. So I'm
ask her who's gonna win more games, the Cubs or the Sox? And please God, tell me she says the Bears and she's drunk because I know the Gary will be free of her.
Who's gonna win more games this year, the Cubs or the White Sox? She said White Sox without a doubt.
Cubs
so she's already got one step up on Carrie.
Yeah,
right.
White Sox without a doubt. Jenna is a very big White Sox fan.
And for those of you that are wondering what the hell we're talking about, last year this time actually a year ago now. We were live on the air and I was in Cabo and my fiance was shit canned and I was doing a little bit of a live join in from like this random bar that it was from Three Amigos and Zoe and Aldo asked, who do you think's who's gonna win more games than the who's gonna win the World Series or something like that? She goes, the Bears. She just pops into the camera like
I said, when we release our greatest hits DVD, that is like the opening scene.
Oh, God.
I don't think I've ever laughed harder on this show than when that happened. That was
I'm marrying that woman. She knows more about the Kardashians than I'll ever forget. Oh, it's my turn to draft again. So I'm going to
y'all
take
gotta
Romano.
take-
I'm going to take a Toronto Blue Jays closer. Hey, let's do that.
But I guess to put a cherry on top, I think the White Sox win more than 93 games. I think they win the division. I think they make it to the ALCS, and I'm not ready to commit on what happens after that. They will win a playoff series this year. There's my bold take. They will win a playoff series this
All
year.
right. I was gonna say, yeah, it's
Okay.
been a still haven't won a playoff series. Yeah.
That
I guess
is
that's the first big hump, right? Because you've made it to the playoffs, you've won the
that is
division.
their provision. That's their proverbial Pistons right now.
That's the monkey off the back, if you will.
They need to win a playoff series. That is
You know
the
what, though, the funny
proverbial
thing
Pistons.
is? You say that, but here's the weird thing, and we can clip this eventually because this might happen. If they do win that first series, they're going to win another, and they're going to win another. Here's the thing: is when you get that monkey off your back, you really do get that monkey off your back, aka the Cubs getting that monkey off their back with beating the Cardinals in 2015. Coming into 2016, that monkey was off their back all of a sudden. And now you come back that second year, but I think the White Sox are going to that monkey off the back. It frees teams to just go after it. I know it sounds weird, but that pressure in that first series is monumentally suffocating. And White Sox fans can be monumentally suffocating, especially when they think that this window that's probably 5 years old. It's only it's really year one. It shouldn't have been open last year, but it did. This is really year one, to be honest.
This is year 3 because once Nicholas Giolito leaves, that rotation gets a little scary.
I think this is really year one, but I didn't also take into consideration Crochet going down. I thought he would.
I was gonna say speaking of the obviously division favorites should win the division. Obviously, you hope they can get over that hump, get a ALDS win. But if things do go a little south, good luck in the wild card race because the AL
It's the AL East
is fucking stupid.
Well, no, it's not even the AL East anymore because Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle. Yeah,
Seattle's going to be nice this year, dude. Seattle, mark my words. Clip this, do whatever you want. Goes back to the show we did last week with Herb, and then I watched Herb and the fellas on CHGO. They do a great live show every day. I watched them do their prediction show today, and Herb backed it up on that show as well. Seattle is going to be fucking nice this year, dude. Yeah. I think they're going to win the AL West.
Yeah, and then because then you have Seattle. You have obviously Houston's still good. The Angels might actually be above 500 this year, and as you mentioned, the AL East.
Yeah,
but besides Baltimore,
the AL East is ridiculous. I mean, we could start. Do you guys want to just start doing division? Why don't we just go to divisions and we'll just who we think is going to win that division?
All right, let's do it.
All right, let me pull up some standings just so I can be a little prepared. Look at this prep for this show we do.
Oh, wait. Before we do team stuff, I did want to get.
Yes.
There you go.
That's my guy this year, dude.
Before we get to team stuff, I did want to bring up
Rodriguez.
I did want to bring up the player prop.
Oh yeah, okay. Lay it on us. What is the player prop that we should all bet on right now? Get your phones out.
Is Jordan in here? Because if Jordan's in the chat, he's gonna love this too. And Zoe, you probably already know what it's gonna be about.
Dylan C strikeouts, baby.
Dylan C strikeouts.
I'm literally betting this as you say it, so it better be good.
Dylan C strike. I got now at PointsBet. He's at plus 1,400. I got it at a little better at a different.
Wait, what's the bet? That he's going to lead the league in strikeouts?
MLB leader in strikeouts in 2021. Dylan Cease was number 2 in strikeouts per 9 innings, or he was second behind Corbin Burns. Overall, I think he finished 7th in Major League Baseball in strikeouts, while finishing 35th in innings pitched. So I'm banking on that, he only had 10 quality starts last year. If he can get rid of those, terrible 25, 30 pitch innings and extend his outings an inning, 5, 6 more times, get to 17, 18 quality starts, Dylan C has a really good chance to lead MLB in strikeouts. That's a great value.
Let me see. Stolen base leader, 30 plus home runs, home run props. Strikeout props. Where's Dylan Cease? No love.
Are you on PointsBet?
Yes.
He's down there. You have to go. He's below.
PointsBet.
Oh. Are you on the green one?
The blue one. I'm gonna go to the green one now.
Yeah, no, they don't have the blue one. I hated the. I only did the win total on the blue one.
So
I gotta say this. My second favorite. So I have regular cousins, then I have second cousins. But my second cousin, Catherine, is like a huge Cub fan. She always takes me to Cub games, like since I was a kid. She's coming to Vegas on Saturday.
Good story. My favorite part is when she was your second cousin.
Well, don't worry. I'm gonna fucking stab you. I'm gonna take a plane to Chicago. I'm gonna check my bag, which is just one bag. I'm gonna get off the plane. I'm gonna go through the take a lift to your house, walk up to the door, knock on it. Your wife's gonna answer and say, "Hey, is Zoe here?" And she'll say, "Yeah." And you'll walk up to the door.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Just like that.
I'll keep running, and then I'll go back to the airport, and the flight leaves in an hour. So
That's fine. I'll drive you there. It's not like it'd be my first time.
anyway, I'm sad. She's
Here,
living
hold
here.
on real quick. This draft
Okay.
pick is for you too.
Oh, you're drafting Frank Schwindel?
Close.
Patrick Wisdom?
Seiya Suzuki.
Say
I like
Suzuki,
it.
rookie of the
that's
year.
sneaky
Put some money on that, so.
pick.
Yep, that was for you guys.
Want to do a trade right now? So?
Possibly.
Liam Hendricks for Seiya Suzuki.
I do have too many first basemen. I like have 4 of them. They're also elite first basemen, so somebody's not going to get an elite first baseman. Because you got Vladdy. This is where I'm at right now. I think I have Vladdy. I got Alonso, Abreu, and sitting on my bench, I have Mondesi on my bench because I have Arenado and Tim Anderson.
What did you get Dylan Cease at for this?
Plus 1,500.
All right, that's what I got it at. Throwing the money
What was his
down.
over-under strikeouts total? Did they have one?
I didn't see it. This is just for pick a guy to lead the league in strikeouts.
Yep, I'll add it to my bets because I watched the 108 prop bet show earlier this week, which you can find on YouTube. Go find it on YouTube, watch it, listen to those guys. They're somewhat smart, slightly above average. And make sure you smash the subscribe button as you're doing right now while you watch this show, you jerks. But yeah, I mean, let's just go through divisions.
All right, so AL West, you said Seattle. Kevin?
I got Seattle, yeah, for sure, Seattle.
On the AOS,
Yeah.
I think Seattle. And then we'll go beyond that.
I still like Houston there.
Really?
Nope. Oh, in the West? Oh yeah, Houston's. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid. I thought forgot Houston's considered the West. It's really not the West, but yeah, it's the West.
Mhm.
So we'll go Houston. Yeah, no, Houston then Seattle, but Seattle's going to be right on their heels.
Well,
Don't get me wrong. I love Seattle. I think Seattle's gonna be the one wild card. I love Seattle.
I'm not.
Yeah, it'll be a wild card.
No,
That was my fault.
I think Houston will be a wild card. I'm definitely staying with Seattle.
Let's put some money on it. I'm just kidding. You know.
I might. Let's stay in the West.
It's coming.
Let's stay in the West because this one's easy. NL West.
Dodgers.
The
video-
Colorado. No.
Oh, hey.
Kevin, come on. You're supposed to join me. What happened?
What? Well, hey, first off, Chris Bryant's never played on a team with a sub 500 record in Major League Baseball.
First time.
Even
for
when he
everything.
came up, it was not supposed to. That team's not gonna, he's going to break that streak.
First time for everything.
Exactly. It's time to pop that. I don't think he's ever played on a sub 500 team in his life.
I mean, probably not. No, he probably hasn't.
We didn't have a sub 500 team anytime he was with us at Bonanza, and USD was like legitimately top 25 every year he was there. So yeah, his first major league sub 500 season will actually be his first sub 500 season in his life. Gotta love dudes that take challenge. Bonanza was a challenge. USD was a challenge. The Cubs were a challenge. Hey, no.
Oh, I guess we are forgetting the minor league teams. But yeah,
No, it's Dodgers.
Dodgers.
It's the Dodgers. So this is easy Dodgers.
I actually saw a great question. It was like, what's more likely, Dodgers miss the playoffs or they break the single season wins record?
I think it's more likely that the Earth gets hit by a gigantic meteor.
Yeah.
There you go.
Beef got a taste of it.
I like it.
You better throw him a little bottle of Malort if this hits.
Oh, Malort. All right, that's another hot take of mine. Malort sucks.
Yes,
But-
thank you, Zoe. People need to stop pretending that like, oh, Malort, it's so gross, but you gotta love it. No, it's shit. Stop with the Malort.
No, Malort sucks.
People are like, oh no, but it's Chicago. No,
I've lived here my whole life.
stinks.
I've lived here my whole life.
stinks.
Malort sucks. Come at
Of course
me.
you don't
guys.
drink it.
It
No.
sucks.
It's like going to that bar that you know you shouldn't go to because it's like literally
I usually go to that bar.
health grade F code or
I usually go to that bar, like specifically, but yeah,
I feel
Lord, I've never gotten the whole thing.
I
Anymore.
have to defend Jimmy Vanicki, so
I might lose like my Chicago card or whatever.
By the way, if Malort wants to sponsor us,
it really does
change
taste
our
like
minds,
shit.
where the DMs.
I just don't get it. Jimmy Vanicki's the man. I love that guy.
Puts hair on your chest, like they used to say with baked beans.
I'm good there, but Jimmy
Vanicki.
Jimmy cracks me up, man. That dude is awesome, but I just don't get the whole.
Malort is bad.
Yeah. I guess it's like me with Busch Light. I think that's a good way to put it.
It's like drinking a glass of water in a can.
Yeah, but I like
I don't
Busch
get
Light.
drunk on Busch Light, by the way. That is a thing.
Yep.
I can't. I tried.
David, let's go, bud.
30 rack.
Love the optimism. Love the optimism, David.
Here we go.
Love the optimism.
We have some 2021 Kevin optimism there.
I love
There we
it.
go.
David,
There we
love
go.
the
I
optimism.
mean, I honestly would probably donate at least some sperm for a Red Line World Series. I wouldn't say the nut or anything, but it could be a nut, but
Just a single
in the more verbiage term, not necessarily the noun.
Man, we got 50 minutes into the show before Kevin started talking about bodily fluids.
I'll tell you this. You know what? If there is, you know what? We'll clip this. If there is a Red Line World Series this year, I will get a tattoo. Socks.
There it is. I knew it. So I knew it was going to be
Socks versus Cubs on my lower back with a red line train between the two of them. I'll get that on my back, on my lower back. It's Red Line World Series this year.
But why?
Hey, I'd be fucking
why?
But
this is great though. Okay, all right.
Look, my body is slowly fading into death. I'm old, so really, does it matter if I draw all over my body? Probably not. No one will ever see me nude.
I guess not.
All right, so AL Central Sox.
AL Central. I'm going White Sox. I feel confident in the boys. I'm going White Sox.
Walter's showing up.
All right.
By the way, so how do you feel about their win total? I think it's at 91.5.
I said I think they're going to win 92 plus.
Ooh, so right at it. All right.
Yeah. All right. NL Central. This one's a little bit interesting because there's like two good teams in the NL Central, one middle of the road team, and then two complete cheeks. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati have embarrassing payrolls. Embarrassing.
The Reds are going to get even worse because they're going to. I think they're going to trade at least one of their two starters in either Castillo or Maile.
I mean, but like the fact that Max Scherzer is making more money this year than like 4 or 5 teams in MLB makes you really look back at that lockout that happened. And if you, for some reason, took the owner's side of it, giddy up. Anyways, that's a whole nother show. So the NL Central, though, I think the voodoo comes back.
Jack's right. I mean, I should probably get that red line train tattoo on the hog. It'll give it better distance than my lower back. So
NL Central, I think the voodoo's back. I think they do what they do best, which is somehow win. I think the Cardinals win the NL Central.
The St. Louis Cardinals got lucky as shit last year.
They get lucky as shit every year, Aldo.
No. Last year was different. So they won like 17 games in a row out of nowhere just in September, and they're like, no, that doesn't happen. That happened in like 40 years or something.
That's fair. I do remember that. But yeah,
St. Louis Cardinals were shit, and then they just like started winning. It's fine, whatever. Good, the Cardinals, I get it. Whatever, great organization. Albert Pujols is back. He'll probably hit his 700th home run against the Cubs just because that's just how it is. I still think it's the Brewers. I hate them too, but their pitching is just really good.
I'm gonna disagree and go with the Cardinals. I hate life right now. The Cardinals, you're right, Zoe. And they did it last year. And there's some weird horseshoe that resides in the anus of this cardinal bird, even though a horseshoe.
They do it every year.
Yep, they find a way. And you know what? I can say this. I don't think Arenado's even played his best baseball with the Cardinals yet either. And
Arenado's a little overrated offensively. He's
Goldschmidt's a freak. I love Goldschmidt. I hate that he's on.
I do think that Hicks kind of proves everyone wrong and turns out to be a great fifth starter for them. If his arm doesn't
stay healthy.
Yeah, if his arm doesn't fall.
They just need to stay healthy. They've had a whole bunch of injuries already.
I guess that's a big if.
The Cardinals too. The Cardinals flushed out a ton of their old scouts. I want to say it was like 4 or 5 years ago, because I know that like the Vegas Cardinal scout had been the Vegas Cardinal scout for like 47 years, and they dumped them all.
I gotta draft my boy.
It was almost like they were trying to reboot the Cardinal way.
Ooh.
And jump to an analytics based stuff, because again, the Cardinal way was an eye test for a long time, and the Cardinals transitioned over to the analytics and hacking and stealing from the Astros.
Yeah.
But they they're gonna.
And so everyone knows I put my money where my mouth is. I just drafted the man Julio Rodriguez way too early, but I drafted him anyways.
Does that mean I'm supposed to draft Adam Wainwright?
Where are we at now? We are on the AL West.
AL East.
East. I'm sorry.
That's
East.
the
East,
third
East,
direction.
East,
Yes.
East, yes. The other one. Never eat. Yeah, got it. All right.
Never eat yellows.
Now eat soggy sour wheat or soggy Wheaties.
Face.
Or, yeah.
Every good boy deserves fudge.
No, north, south, northeast, southwest. Anyways, the East is absolutely ridiculously stacked. I mean, Baltimore is shitty, but you throw Baltimore in the Central, they might come in second place. Like they're not a terrible team. I take that.
No.
That
You don't
sounded
have to be nice. You don't have to be
that
nice.
sounded bad. When
The
it was
Twins and
coming
the
out of my
Tigers
mouth.
are actually good. Like they're not
No,
bad.
I
They're
know. I
better than
take
the
it back.
Cubs.
I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back.
Take it back. I'm taking
But
them all back.
Baltimore is
Corey
good
Feldman.
for a team
These
that's
are my
going to finish
wishes.
in last place in its division. They're a good last place team.
My
If
turn
there's
to
such a
draft.
thing.
Yes.
Well, we saw what Baltimore did. They're like, hey, you guys have all these like 40 home run hitters.
Yeah.
We're making our
We'll
left
just
field
move the
wall
fucking fence
500
back.
feet.
Yeah, fuck you. Here's my fence. And by the way, your left fielder that you spent $80 million on, we're going to create a little sneaky corner in there. It's going to be funny when the guy separates his shoulder. Yeah.
I am legitimately. Oh no.
Baltimore's going to be good. I think Adley Rutschman, Grayson's going to be a stud. I 100% with you. Cedric Mullins is very good. They're a good last place team. I know that's a weird sentence to even say, but they are. They're a good last place team. And the only
Kyle
reason
Hendricks, 147th overall in the 13th round.
The only reason why they're a last place team though is because the other 4 teams in their division are just ridiculous. Tampa Bay is going to do what Tampa Bay does. Boston went out, made some moves, got Trevor Story, Chris Sale. I don't know what is up with his ribs, but the Yankees are the Yankees. They opened up the checkbook, and then Toronto just went insane. The Blue Jays went nuts. And the other thing you got to think about with Toronto is if you don't have the jab, play in Toronto.
Whoops.
So I think that's going to come as an advantage for them. And good for them. They made them play in fucking Buffalo for a year.
Yeah.
They get a little home cooking. But you guys know what team I'm going with. I'm going with my Blue Jays. Been riding the Blue Jays train for
they're going to say the Orioles after all that.
2-3 years. I might take the Orioles over win total, though. I think they're going to be good this year.
What is it at?
I don't know. I got to look it up right now.
So who do you got, Kevin? AL East.
I would like the Blue Jays to win the AL East. That's what I'm rooting for. But it always feels like it's going to be. I think the Devil Rays are going to somehow be consistent enough to like maneuver.
The Rays are like the AL Cardinals, not the fans.
They are.
Like
They're
the way that they always just seem to win.
They're quietly consistent. But
fucking annoying.
Here's the thing too, because the AL East and obviously you gotta fight against each other way more than everybody else. You've got to go Yankees, Red Sox. You've got Yankees, Blue Jays. You've got Yankees, Devil Rays, and then you go Yankees.
Wow, Zoe, I think I'm going to take it too.
So
yeah, what's it at? Sorry,
so Kevin, give your pick, Kevin. I'll tell us that right after.
That's where I'm struggling right now, though. So I mean, I want my heart is saying Blue Jays, but my head's saying Yankees.
I'm going to go with the Red Sox, and the win total for the Orioles on PointsBet 61.5.
Yeah, I'm pounding that.
I pound the under.
I'm pounding that.
I'm pounding the under on that. I really disagree with you guys on that one. Actually, 100%.
Clip that shit all though.
Let's do it.
And how many non-division games do they get this year? Because that's basically your win total. How many times do they get to play the Guardians?
Hey, the worst team still win like 33% of the game. So what is that? That's like around 60 games.
Yeah.
Right? You guys chase that dragon.
I will The Orioles are significantly better than the Pirates, Mr. Loaf. The Pirates have studs in their farm system, and they're purposely like, no, you stay there. It's like, you can't manipulate service time anymore. We don't care.
Are you
stay down there.
the Oakland A's?
Well, the A's are. I mean, that's
pound the under on the A's.
There's everybody else, and then like, was it 5 miles of shit?
Yeah.
And then the A's and Orioles.
Wait, the Oakland A's. I mean, it makes sense because
the O's and A's.
That's still kind of a tough division too.
But
the A's is at 69.5.
Although, who do you have in the East? AL East?
AL East, I'm going to go with the Red Sox.
Okay.
So we got Blue Jays, Yankees,
Toronto,
Red Sox.
Yep. I think it's just so stacked that like they're just going to be beating each other up. So
I don't think either of us have made like a crazy pick on this one. Like we have 3 different answers.
I have one for the NL East.
Well, let's go to the NL East. You lead off then. What's your NL East?
They're just annoying. I don't know. They just have guys that you've maybe never heard of, and they kind of pitch well. The Marlins.
Oh my god!
You think the Marlins are going to win the NL East?
Do it.
You need to put a bet on that right now. It's got to be like plus 50,000.
You know why? Because the Mets are going to actually no. My serious pick is the Phillies, but I think Marlins to make a wild card.
Oh, okay. We're gonna get to the wild cards in just a second because we each get 3.
Okay, my actual pick is the Phillies. The Phillies to win the East.
So you're just going all offense, no defense, wins the East.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
That 1 through 5 is nasty.
They kept Bryson Stott up. You know why? Because you keep your best players up on your fucking big team. And Bryson Stott is now on the big team. Bryson Stott's going to be Rookie of the Year this year. Mark that one down.
Bet it, Kevin. Bet it right out, Kevin.
Sorry, Seiya Suzuki.
Let's look at the odds.
Be Bryson Stott.
When healthy, the Mets starting rotation is insane. That's a big
no.
when healthy.
Mets star.
Yeah, the Mets are already starting to Met. DeGrom's hurt.
Scherzer has something.
Scherzer's doing like weird, like double secret probation mound sessions right now because he's hurt. Iglesias hurt. Like, I don't know. The Braves are very good, dude. And they're getting Acuna back. Oh, I got a draft. They're getting Acuna back. Like, they're going to be a good team. But I don't know. It's hard. The Phillies are just going to score 8 runs a game. I'm going to put my kid through college betting overs on Phillies games this year. You know what I mean? Like, they're just going to be that good. And
by the way, Kevin, at PointsBet, Bryson Stott is plus 1,100 to win NL Rookie of the Year.
I'm going to bet that. I'm going to bet that right now, actually. Wait, I can't use that because it's banned in Nevada. Oh, so when I get to Mexico tomorrow, I'll bet it in Mexico.
By the way, Seiya Suzuki is the second favorite in the NL. He is at 380, plus 380. O'Neal Cruz is he's the favorite right now at plus 350.
So are we?
Bryson Stott's going to be so good this year. I mean, we said it on I said it on the podcast during the draft that year when we were doing the draft show. Like, the kid is, and he's from the left side. Jesus, he's the next big Vegas superstar. I guess we'll just keep it at that. And he's a hard worker. So he won't.
Let's start in the AL. Each of us get 3 wild card teams.
Okay, I choose the Phillies in the NL East.
I know we all did.
We all have the Phillies. All right, so everyone bet against the Phillies.
Yeah, everybody just bet your next mortgage payment on the Mets to win. Yeah,
all right, so the Phillies are not going to win the NL East.
So we each get 3 wild card picks.
All right, here we go
for the AL. Let's just go. We'll just go 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Fids. Your birthday. You start.
Seattle.
All right, you get 1, and then we're gonna keep moving.
Oh, okay.
So Rays.
Houston.
All right, Kevin.
Red Sox.
Seattle.
Red Sox.
Blue Jays.
Blue Jays.
Twins.
Do I have any more?
So you have the Yankees out? Oh no,
Yankees
you picked Yankees. They win. No,
I got Yankees out. I got Toronto winning the East, Boston getting a wild card. Yankees don't make the playoffs, and their fans start crying about 27 rings again.
I think I have the Yankees out too.
Yeah. Yep. Wait, did I get an extra pick? Because I feel like I
no, you took 3.
Took Seattle, Red Sox, and then the Blue Jays, right?
Yeah, that's 3. Because you got the Yankees winning the East. Yeah, I got Houston because I have Seattle winning the West. I have Boston, and then I have the Twins.
So you're going Twins. You think the Twins are going to act well? You actually know what? Win total in the division. It's a good move. So
If they end up keeping if they keep Carlos Correa all season, like if they have a good first half of the year and they think they can go for it, so they keep him and don't trade him at the All-Star break for 12 prospects, the Twins could definitely be a wild card team.
They could. They're like that team where like everything has to go, or a lot of things have to go right for their pitching staff to hold up. I guess that's the case for like a lot of these teams, though. So it's gonna be weird early on, especially because all these guys. It seems like most of these teams have like maybe half their pitching staff who are ready to go, and then they have a few starters who still need to be stretched out a little more. So then we're going to be seeing a lot of the quote unquote piggyback starts, especially throughout April.
Yep, but I think Minnesota has, especially if they pull off this trade for Paddock with San Diego. I think
he has to have a big bounce like that. He was terrible last year.
He does, and I'm gonna laugh. A friend of the show, Josh from Sox Machine, which shout out to Sox Machine and Future Sox for the merger. That's gonna be awesome. But Josh even tweeted out like, "I'm gonna laugh my ass off if part of this deal is the Twins have to take on Hosmer's contract." I think that's hilarious. Yeah, but so those are the AL wildcard teams, NL wildcard teams. Fids, you start again.
AL or NL would be Braves.
Mm-hmm.
Brewers.
Oh, we're just doing all three this time. Go ahead.
Oh,
Braves.
sorry.
No, go ahead. No, just keep rolling.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're rolling, dude. You're rolling.
I was drafting. I had to take. Who did I just take? Duvall.
We're at the point of this draft where
I just took Adam Duvall. I took Adam Duvall.
You have the Braves, the Brewers, and who's your third wild card team? Might as well just finish it off.
Oh, and the Padres.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Padres, then the Mets, and the Braves.
I can't take the Mets. I just can't bring myself to do it. That's why.
I'm gonna go Mets, Brewers, Giants.
Oh, no Padres again. Fire Preller.
Heat.
Motorcycle Mike on San Diego is going to be too much of a big hole, even though I drafted his backup in this fantasy league.
Is there somebody in our league called Motorcycle Mike? Really? Or no, different league?
No, I'm referring to Tatis, who likes to lie about his injuries.
Oh, yeah.
Riding motorcycles.
Hey, look, Pat Hermanson did the same thing. He pulled a butt cheek, but it was actually a motorcycle accident. So, former ex
what was his name? Jeff Kent on the washing the 4-wheeler or whatever.
I'm just straight up, if I was a Padres fan, I'd be fucking pissed, dude.
Yeah, especially because he got apparently multiple accidents.
Multiple.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you crashed once. It's like that guy that flies the planes and he crashes once and walks away without a scratch. And I'm going to keep doing these flips in the airplane. Like, dude, you're going to crash.
I'm surprised there is no thing where the Padres are like, well, you fucked up, buddy. We're not paying you for this. Because aren't there built-in stuff with if you do dumb shit like this, that is on you. That is not our responsibility.
The Padres need Derek Rose to put his arm around Fernando Tatis.
No,
and be
Jason Williams.
Oh, Jason Williams.
Jason Williams. Derek Rose. Jesus. Fuck. Sorry about that. Yeah. Jason Williams needs to be like, dude.
This draft pick is for you, K-Fids.
Oh, you're taking Frank Schwindel? Oh, Bryson, you took Bryson. Oh, you son of a bitch. Now I can't text his mom. You dick.
I mean, you still can.
You can just trade for him.
No. I can show my face now.
That's your business, bud.
Nah.
All right, so we have our playoff set. What's your World Series?
Aldo?
Lead us off, so we've been going first.
Yeah. You keep deferring to us so you can
just trying to be a good host.
A contrarian.
It's all right. We're just throwing the ball right back at you.
I'm delegating.
Show us your cards first, and then I'll show you mine.
I mean, it's got to be the Dodgers.
Tried that once on Tinder. It didn't work.
It's got to be the Dodgers, and now I have to be realistic here, even though I'm riding the Seattle train hard.
There's a team that I want to take just because I think they're just so fun.
I'm gonna say I'm just gonna go.
Diamondbacks?
I'm going straight chalk. Dodgers, Blue Jays.
Okay.
Oh, see, I was gonna say Blue Jays. They're just so fun.
Yep.
Again, it'll be interesting to imagine if we get to the World Series. It's like, oh, this player can't play in Toronto.
Yep.
So give me the Blue Jays versus the Phillies.
Ooh.
Just give me a big old slugfest.
Don't do the laugh track. That's
I didn't mean to. I was supposed to be the. Yeah, I got a different one. But
how
these buttons,
rude.
they're just color coordinated. I don't know.
How rude.
How rude. Dodgers.
I mean, it's got to be the Dodgers, right? Like, I mean,
that's fine. How can it not be the Dodgers, right?
You literally have a video game fucking lineup. How is it not the Dodgers?
But here's the kicker: the Dodgers in Game 7, their opponent down 1.
Are you going to do the whole Craig Kimbrell to
bottom of
AJ
the ninth
Pollock?
inning? Craig Kimbrell jumps on the bump and gives up the game-winning 2-run double to Jose Abreu, and the White Sox win the World Series.
Wow.
I thought you were going to say AJ Pollock because that's the scenario.
No, I want Pito to get it.
No, Abreu's going to ground to a double play at the end of the game.
You dick.
Probably. And everyone on White Sox Twitter is going to
everyone on White Sox Twitter is going to be like, fucking leave, Jose.
I fucking told you.
I want that scenario so bad but I want Dodgers. I mean, I'm going Dodgers. I think the White Sox get over the Astros hump. Or someone said the other night when we were talking, somebody else takes out the Astros for the White Sox so that Lance Lynn doesn't have to pitch against them at all. And White Sox cruise on, get there to the World Series. They take it to Game 7. Bitch smack the damn Dodgers, and then everyone out here on the West Coast can wear those black White Sox hat and not those blue Dodger hats. Let's go.
All right.
If the Cubs can't win it, let it be the Sox.
Let's talk awards. Talk awards. We're only like halfway through this goddamn draft. Let's talk. We're not doing this whole. Yeah, I don't know why some people, Luke, are taking the full minute and a half. Luke.
I have a queue.
Luke, it literally took you a minute and a half to drive AJ Pollock. Come on, dude. We all know you're just going to draft White Sox players.
He just kept strolling. He kept scrolling
so
down the list to find him.
Is it AJ? I thought it was AJ Pollock.
I think it is Pollock, but I'm just so used to saying Pollock that it just rolls off the tongue.
It would almost be offensive if you weren't Polish.
Yeah, well, I converted for the jokes. Anyways, let's talk awards.
Okay.
We'll finish with MVP because that's a big one.
Yeah.
We'll start with Rookie of the Year.
Take it easy, Yumper.
Yeah. Just pump them brakes, bud.
Whoa.
Let's start with Rookie of the Year. I think you all know who I think is going to be the AL Rookie of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty obvious that I'm going with Mr. Julio Rodriguez of the Seattle Mariners. I think he's just going to be a player, dude. I think it's fucking going to be something special.
I think I'm going chalk here, and I mean, Zoe, you've been pointing him out all spring training, but your boy in KC,
Bobby Witt Jr. is going to be a problem.
Bobby Witt, I'm going Bobby.
He is going to be a huge problem this year for the White Sox for years to come.
Hell.
What?
Well, Luis Robert.
He's not a rookie, so
he's not a rookie.
Good year. Sorry. Excuse me.
Kevin, stop drinking. See, this is why Malort is terrible.
No, I was reading Yupper's comment. Sorry.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Earth. Have we met? I don't think so.
Oh, hello.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. Who do you think? Who's
Bobby
your AL Rookie of the Year? Yes, AL Rookie of the Year, Kev. Who?
Bobby Witt Jr. Yeah, absolutely. Or Spencer Torkelson.
Torkelson's got a good shot at it too.
I don't want to say his name fast 3 times, but you know what? Fuck you, Bobby Witt. We're going with Spencer Torkelson because he sounds like something you would wear on your face or the guy you shoved into the locker when he was a freshman. So
the thing I hate about this,
hey Torkelson.
The thing I hate about this is 2 of our 3 Rookie of the Year picks are in the AL Central.
Yeah.
And Minnesota and Cleveland both have solid farms. The White Sox farm, fucking cheeks, but they got good farm systems. NL Rookie of the Year. Fids, go first while we have your attention.
Oh,
you're drafting. You're drafting.
Look at you. asks
That
me
one
this
wasn't on
question
purpose.
when
That
it
one
says
wasn't on purpose.
you have 56 seconds to draft your pick. It's
That
your
one
turn.
wasn't on
Big
purpose.
red letters. God dang it! I will draft. Oh shit, Zuna.
I think your boy wins it.
I'm going with Seiya. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
I
like
think Seiya
20.
wins it.
He's 27.
I actually told you my pick already, though. It's Bryson Stott. So
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
Right.
I'm gonna go
That's
with Seiya.
not even a question. Like I thought we already covered that.
I like Seiya. I think
he should win it because he's a grown man. What is he? 28?
Yeah, I think he's
I
gonna
think
figure
so,
the
27. I think. Yeah.
27? Yeah.
I think he's gonna have a slow start, but he's gonna figure the league out, and once he figures it out, it's game on.
And the thing with him that's different from like he walks, so like he'll never get into that giant slump. I think.
Well,
Like,
he has to figure out the American strike
base.
zone too, though. The Major League Baseball strike zone is different. I actually think that the umpiring overseas is actually better because if they screw up, they get fired. Like there's no protection for those guys. So there's a huge difference between old guard umpires in the National League and then an umpire overseas at all. Like your job is not safe. You better be good or you're gone. So I think that he's going to struggle with the bad calls and the gamesmanship that a lot of these dumbass umpires like to go around with. But the dude does understand it. Like he should win the Rookie of the Year. Of course, I'm a fucking homer. I'm taking Bryson because it's Bryson. But that which is weird being a homer over a Cub. But it's again.
We're just kind of used to it now.
Hey, double stab again.
Your boy Chasen put a really nice Instagram post about another Vegas boy in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Very happy to.
Kevin,
it's 0 hits.
It's your pick.
Yeah, Kevin, it's your pick.
Oh, we'll take Mr. Grizchick.
So we did Rookie of the Year, Cy Young.
Cy Young. Who do you get? Zoe. AL Cy Young.
AL Cy Young. Dylan Cease, dude.
Okay.
Dylan Cease, man. I'm gonna keep beating that fucking drum.
I'm looking at. So I just want to give a different answer just because you already gave him out. I'll go with Bieber. Shane Bieber.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Fids?
I'm gonna. Ooh, wow! Why do I get this? Every time I try and pull up a roster, or like it's like a weird introducing cricket in your burner phone.
Got you, Jordan.
Oh, I would love for it to be Dylan Cease. I actually would love for it to be Dylan Cease, but I think. I mean, again, it's baseball, so I think that Jose Barrios is going to actually win like 23 games.
Really?
Yeah,
no.
Really?
Play the laugh track on that one.
Yeah.
Wrong button.
Wait. I'm very confused. In all honesty, though, Fids, like I'm going to need some reasoning on that. Why do you think Jose Barrios wins the Cy Young?
Well, he has a pretty solid projected FIP, and he's got a pretty solid K through 9. He has a low whip. He doesn't walk a ton of dudes. He misses some barrels. He does give up a few too many home runs, but I think that also he's a byproduct of a defense that hasn't been its best. And I think that, again, with the run support that he's going to get, he's going to win like 23 games. He can actually give up 3 runs a game. And I think that sometimes
that's fair.
Wins should. I know it sounds terrible. I know that it's not the analytics for like great ball players. You can have a guy that wins 13 games as a better pitcher than a guy that wins 23. But I think that with that offense, I think that he's going to be able to he's going to win a ton of games.
Is this true? Is this true? True or false?
No. Yumper.
No, he actually just explained it. It's fine. That's funny though.
Take that, Yumper, in your face.
Dark Horse.
How about Yumper all of a sudden just jumping in as the insult guy, but he also used capital H, so apparently I'm divine in his comment. Look at his comment. He is drunk. I'm not Jesus. He is drunk.
I do want to point out Lucas Giolito and his new absolute wagon might be a problem this year for opposing teams. Put on 20 pounds of muscle, a lot of junk in the trunk.
Has there
now.
been a meme yet with his big ass?
I'm sure Allie's got it. One of the queens of White Sox.
Is he replacing Angle or no?
No, that will never be replaced, but I'm sure Allie's definitely got that locked and loaded. NL Cy Young, ooh, this is going to be a tough one. I'm
Like
gonna
the two guys I want to pick, DeGrom should always be the favorite, but stay healthy, my guy.
Damn, is it a scapula? Scapula? What?
He's out for a while, man.
He's out.
and then
I took him in the. Did I take him in the league or did somebody else take him? I think like I took him.
I'm
But
gonna
he's
go.
not
I'm
showing
gonna
up
go
till,
with
like,
the guy
mid-season.
who.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'm gonna go with
Sort of
Walker Buehler.
Walker Buehler.
Nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do it, Zoe. Do it, Zoe. Take him. Take him out west. You know you love him. Your boy since day one, even though you wanted him traded in 2016.
He's not going to win the Cy Young. I'm going to take my money's going on Brandon Woodruff.
Ooh, okay. Solid.
Plus 1,300. I like it.
Kevin.
Same reasoning, jumper. I'm going to go with Zach Wheeler. I feel like he's got a team that will put up a beer league softball score, and Zach Wheeler's going to get like 17 to 20 wins, and he's going to probably lead the NL. And when you get a guy like that can possibly like throw up some numbers. He already has a good a whip. He doesn't put he doesn't give him a lot of free passes. He misses barrels, and a lot of balls in play. Good for him. So I'm going with Zach Wheeler with the Phillies.
Okay.
Solid.
Because it would be really stupid to choose of course, that they're gonna be great guys. But
let's go home run kings.
Ooh.
Who's
For
on a
leagues,
life support
overall?
Who is on a life support machine? Do you guys hear that in your headphones?
I just muted myself and I didn't hear it.
Huh. It could just be feedback.
Maybe.
Oof. All right, home run kings.
Probably the Burger World headphones that you're wearing, but
These are actually really expensive. I borrowed these from work.
I blame Yumper.
I got to draft real quick. So who do you guys think is going to be?
Kevin, who do you got?
Like, we're talking about leagues?
Just overall.
Overall matters? All right. That's a lot.
Thank you.
Home run king? I think Vladdy. That's why I drafted him. Or Pete Alonso. So if you want to double leagues up, Alonso and Guerrero. Vladdy and Pickle Pete, who I love watching that dude hit. He's fun.
If he stays healthy,
oh yeah,
everyone on the south side is gonna. I mean, they already love him. But I'm gonna go with Eloy.
Ooh.
Eloy.
Although didn't he correct it the other day? He's like, it's Eloy.
Did he? Why do they keep saying it's Eloy then? All right, then
The
Eloy.
White Sox did a whole pronunciation where they actually recorded the players pronouncing their own name, and you just hit the button where it says play, and it's like, yeah, it's Eloy, which I thought.
Guys, hold on, real quick. Aldo, go on mute. This is driving me crazy now.
All right, so you go on mute. Everybody, I'm on mute. Everybody go mute.
Although you never went on mute, go on mute. Fitz is on mute. Well, for one, the show's never sounded better. But two, I don't know what the hell that was all about. And three, my home run leader is, I'm going to go with Jordan Alvarez. You guys are both still on mute. It's gone now, by the way.
Am I unmuted?
Hold on. No. Now you are. It's Aldo.
Was it me?
See?
Was it me?
Yeah. It's you. It was me. Sorry. That's like Jim Carrey in the. Do you have a fan blowing in the background? A microwave oven going on for 4 hours?
Someone on life support?
No, I think it's the wire that's connected to my mic.
Oh, that's right. That's been kind of wonky for a while.
Oh yeah. Wait. No, yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, just roll with it. Anyways,
it's minimal.
Yeah, I'm going.
This
Jordan
show's
Alvarez.
on life support.
Yeah, well, it's been for a while. Jordan Alvarez.
Our sponsors don't like to hear that.
Chicago Golf Tour. Go get it done.
Is it my turn to draft? All right, here we go. Hold on. I'm not drafting.
And then finally,
Yastrzemski. Let's go with
MV motherfucking P.
Am I on the bench already?
I don't know.
Any Rangers. Oh God.
This is kind of a tough one. If you look at the odds,
I'm gonna say it right away. People forget who it is. It's Mike Trout.
yeah, this is the first year I've ever gotten to draft Mike Trout on a fantasy baseball team. I'm so excited. Very excited.
Mike Trout
about
is
that.
my pick.
Hey, I'm drafting Marco Gonzalez
Sure.
only because I believe that Seattle will also provide what he needs to get some W's.
For AL MVP, the homer pick, obviously, Luis Robert. He's sitting at plus 2,200. Love that odd. Already threw money on it. Fantastic. But realistically, I think it's Vladdy Jr.'s year.
Although it's gone, by the way.
I muted myself.
Oh, so
I think my heart and my money is on Robert, but for the sake of the show, I'm going to say I think Vladdy Jr. has a year this year. I really do.
Like, obviously, I don't know if it's because, like, obviously, you know, we're on Twitter, it's Chicago, there's a lot of Sox talk, but, like, I want to pick Robert so bad, but, like, I've just seen too much Robert MVP where I'm like, everyone's on it.
That's fair. Although
you don't
I
want to be corporate.
Although I think you could stay off mute.
Don't gentrify. No,
That's
it's
right.
gone.
I want to be a corporate fan.
No,
Don't
it's gone.
Don't be corporate.
Yeah, we don't fall into the corporate. You know, some people only do things for money, and it's sad.
Luis Robert's corporate, which is why I chose Luis Robert for the AL MVP. Brought to you by Malort. Oh, no.
I mean, he had realistically, Robert has a great shot.
Yeah.
He's a five-tool player by every sense of every definition.
He could be 30-30 this year.
I just really think that Vladdy Jr., who could have won the MVP last year if it wasn't for Ohtani just having like a historical year, and he is so well protected in that lineup that I think Vladdy Jr. has a year this year.
He should. He could.
Yeah.
I hope so for fantasy's sake.
Yep.
I want to root for Luis Robert. I want him to. He could be a 30-30 guy.
Yeah,
the dude, if he really gets after it, the dude has all the tools. But Vladdy could very well own baseball by the end of the season.
Who do you guys like in the NL MVP? I think the NL MVP is a little tighter race. I don't know.
Yeah, it's when does Acuna come back?
Dong show.
Dong show.
I don't think he's out very long at all.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go. I think. Let's go with my pick. Is going to be Matt Olson.
Ooh.
Matt Olson. Well, I like that.
He's projected to drive in 124 runs. I was going there too. I actually agree with you, Aldo. We're done. We're there. Yep.
Bang.
We're
Bet on it, everyone. We're on. Matt Olson.
Bitches. Let's go. Man, I could have taken Alonso, but
yeah, don't
do that again. Anybody. And Bryce Harper will not get it this year. Even if he has a good season, they won't vote for Bryce. So
if you guys haven't noticed, I'm just drafting all rookies in this league from like the last 4 rounds. I just keep drafting rookies.
It's not a keeper league, Zoe.
You
can't hang on to them for 4 years so they pan out.
I just rather root for guys I want to see do well. I like the Acuna pick. I was actually going to go that route, so I'm going.
Oh no, you can pick them. I picked Matt Olson.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to go Acuna. I think it's a great comeback story. I think he's hungry. Hungry dogs run faster and all that other great cliches there. Comes back in May as a DH. You know, ease them in because you got to remember they got that DH now in the NL. And
it is still insane that they won it with kind of
it's crazy.
With ease without their best player.
Very crazy. No, I totally agree there. But yeah. All right, you guys got are we missing any awards or anything?
So comeback player of the year is
Acuna
in the NL
earlier, yeah.
And then I mean Trout was hurt the whole season last year.
So does Trout count?
I don't know. It's so weird, dude.
If Trout counts as comeback player of the year, Trout.
Right.
Trout. It's easy. It's not hard.
No, I got you.
But if he's really toast again. But I don't.
It'd be hilarious. Like Mike Trout wins like MVP, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you're also our AL comeback player of the year for if you want this."
Alex Brood has a great one too. Alex has one. Verlander in the AL. Everyone's calm,
nice little
old,
comeback. Yeah,
done, washed up. That dude might go out there and just turn and twist you. So he's right. No,
Yeah,
God dang it, Yumper. No, not Jason Hayward. He shouldn't be on a baseball team other than the Pirates.
That's funny.
Oh God, it makes me sad.
So how are you gonna feel when Hayward's starting in right field in like September?
Pollock
for the Cubs?
For the Sox.
No, Pollock's there.
Stop
Great
it.
trade.
Do you think
Gets some credit.
if you think they're gonna open up the wallet for Jason Hayward, unless the Cubs eat the whole contract?
No, if Jason Hayward's either going to be released, like DFA'd, whatever, like the money,
He's not gonna be,
team is going to have to worry about the money. He's going to get paid by the Cubs.
The
only way he's going to be available to anyone is when he's cut. So you just have to sign him for like the league minimum.
Did you not see Gordo this week write a piece about how he should be not only not DFA'd but extended so that he can be the mentor for the entire?
I would care if Gordon Whitmire was the GM of the Cubs, but he's not. He's a writer, so I don't care. That's fine.
No, Gordo has people. Gordo's one of those water carriers. So
I don't. If he's running the team, I'll have a problem. He doesn't. He writes for NBC Sports Chicago. It's fine.
I like it.
He's trying to sell the Hayward.
But no, I mean, how do we Jumper? Look what you did. Well, how did we get Jason Hayward? We're having such a good time.
Well, Yumper. Remember,
damn Yumper.
It's always Yumper's fault. Always Yumper's.
All right, fellas. I gotta bounce. I got a pit bull who's standing by the back door doing the potty dance. I gotta
Nick
go.
Madrigal, NL comeback player, NL.
I can do that.
Player.
I could dig on that.
He's gonna be good, guys.
He better be.
Just throw the baseball.
It's really weird.
That's bullshit. He can feel the ball fine. He can't throw the fucking ball. Stop doing curls.
He needs to get out of his head with that. And again, as a reminder to everyone, I no longer field Madrigal anything. Those go all to Fids now.
Yep. But I will still defend, but I also will say, stop doing fucking curls. Stop doing your fucking biceps. Don't mean shit. Throw the fucking baseball.
Yep. So
if he cannot throw the baseball, that's the problem.
Unless he slugs 490, he can be my DH any day of the week.
Ladies and gentlemen,
ladies
and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's going to be a really fun season this year.
Oh yeah.
There's a good chance we bump up to 2 nights a week when the season gets rocking and rolling. Schedules permitting.
Are we going to do the interpretive dance thing we talked about?
We're going to leave that to you. You're going to take that. You're going to take that video in Mexico and send it out. Also, the spring training hat giveaway we're doing, although we'll be announcing those winners on Twitter tomorrow. So we really want to make sure. I think we should just make Jimbo win so his head gets sunburned. That'd be hilarious. But really appreciate all the love, everybody, all the support. And we really hope that you stick with us during the season. We're going to have a lot of fun this year. I think it's going to be a great year for this show. I'm really looking forward to some of the things we have planned. We're going to have a dong show on the South Side with all the home runs. What up, Jack? So for the birthday boy Fids, remember to wish him a happy birthday tomorrow. For Aldo, I'm Zoe. Let's have a year, fellas. Let's get into the 2022 season. Let's go.